I love a smell of fresh new chapter of One Piece. It is good to be back. If you're in spoilers, if you're not caught up to this whole if the recent chapter of One Piece, do not scroll. Without further ado, let's get into this chapter. Chapter 1132, Adventure in Elbaf. So we start off with this Elbaf child known as Colin, notifying to the people that the Great Eric, which is the giant ship that Dorian Brogy's on, has arrived officially to Elbaf. As he asks the captain if they're gonna drink, Brogy says no, as they're gonna wait until everybody is fully united. Them, the Straw Hats, and well, everybody else. This giant lady gives him a basket of a few goods for Dorian Brogy as he prepares a bag for him to go to the Realm of the Sun to unite with Dorian Brogy and them up top. He then goes to spout out Luffy's name as he says that Shanks mentioned something about him, that he is a Yonko now, and you should always remember his name because you're gonna get to see it real soon. We then see Streusen and Stanson, I think that's his name, realize that the Eric has arrived, and just in time because the Rainbow Bridge is just nearby. The rest of the Straw Hats that are on the Eric is viewing the rainbow, idolizing its beauty because, you know, it's a big ass fucking rainbow on a big ass fucking island. While sightseeing the rainbow, Brogy highlighted that something like this is not out the ordinary, where pretty much like you can draw this type of rainbow by using a sunstone painter. As to Jinbei asking, draw? So someone make a rainbow like this? And he just said, well, of course. As Dorian Brogy tell him to brace themselves as they're going to ride the rainbow. Yes, you hear that correctly. We're going to be on this Bifrost, bitch. As for the others, mainly including like specifically Jinbei, he never understood saying ride the rainbow. That's not theoretically impossible until they realize that the ships start going up on the rainbow itself. Then we see this beautiful shot of the rainbow, and even now we get to mention that it's basically a 7-color sea, and this shot, I can't wait to see this shit get animated. This is going to be fun. We then panned up from the bridge section where the realm of the dead, and we see the Sunny Go being held by Goldberg. Therefore, Gel and them are still continuing to walk up on this ladder. We then see a stream coming across on top of the bridge, and that's when we see that's Luffy. Gerd and Goldberg finally get to meet Luffy for the first time in a while, if not ever. And their first interaction is so adorable, at least for Gerd, because Gerd couldn't wait to see Luffy, while Luffy was concerned because Goldberg was grabbing the ship of the Sunny Go. She then apologized for Roto's behavior for trapping you in that cage and shit like that. But Luffy don't really, you know what I'm saying, don't really care about that per se. They're just glad that the Sunny Go and the friends are still okay. But Goldberg asks a question that since I just realized that he just came from the realm of the dead. What were you doing there specifically? Did you fail? And this is where Luffy reminded himself that he made a deal with Loki. What that deal was, we don't know. But in this worst case scenario, Loki would been in some deep shit because Loki does not know for a fact that Luffy don't know how to lie properly. But he got spared because Gerd and Goldberg got put on the mindset of trying to find Roto. So they kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? They pretty much branch off the question. Speaking of Roto, we then reach to the Realm of the Sun, where we're seeing some rumbling within the forest, and that's when we see Nami and Chopper screaming for their lives as Roto himself has finally caught up to them. And before he's able to catch them to put them back in the box, Zoro cut a tree to trap Roto in a big ass rubble of, I think that's a tree branch or a vine or something. Basically, he caught Roto into a trap. And before Zoro and the others can leave to check out the landscape of the Realm of the Sun, we see in the far distance of Gerd, Goldberg, the Sunny Go, and Luffy has finally arrived to them and Roto. Roto, hearing Gerd's voice, he thought he was gonna get saved, only come to realize that they came there to attack him for his weird behavior trapping the Straw Hats in the fucking castle that they were in. I'm talking about belt to ass, or at least club and axe to axe. It's gruesome. We then see Luffy officially meets up back again with his crew, while Goldberg and Gerd officially introduce themselves properly and to apologize for them or apologize to them for Roto's behavior. We then see Luffy run off to the distance, calling Usopp to follow along as they need to check out the fucking village of Elbaf. And of course, you know, Usopp is fucking excited. While they run up to the distance, Gerd informed them to just head straight to the forest and you'll see some clouds. When you see some clouds, ride on it and you'll make it to Elbaf. While he said that, we then transition to the other section of the Straw Hats where they're on the Rainbow Road. They're on the very top portion of the Rainbow Road. Basically, we're near to the fucking Elbaf, so they're gonna collide almost at the same time. This is where we also get a brief landscape or a brief brief landmark of how the Elbaf is structured. So Elbaf has 3 levels, and each of those levels are considered as realm. From top to bottom, we have the realm of heaven, the realm of the sun, and we have the realm of the dead. As where Elbaf specifically is located is within the realm of the sun. That's where the giants specifically live. We then see this beautiful landscape of Elbaf. We have officially see the actual what Elbaf officially looked like, as Luffy and Usopp both remember the promise and agreement they made to themselves all way back when, that eventually we're going to meet the land of the warriors, the kingdom of Warland, we're finally in Elbaf. As we see everybody viewing Elbaf, everybody is completely shocked and stunned because they are officially in Elbaf. As both Luffy's squad and the other squad that's on the Eric met up, the one that's on the Eric are completely flabbergasted that they're actually riding on a rainbow because, you know, they've never seen that shit before. But then we have this dialogue saying that while there is beauty, there's also like danger, and if there's one warning that we should give them, is to never adventure out in the mysterious land of Elbaf. For lowers are not explorers. As we see somebody right here on the distance walking, this mysterious character, which looks very similar to the character that we've seen that was posing up on the rocks, I think drinking sake or some shit, watching the Eric ship follow through. And that is the end of the chapter of 1132, and we don't see any break. Hopefully there's no break next week, I pray. But at the same time, if Oda feels bad, I would not mind. But hey, what do y'all think? Comment down below, let me know what y'all like, and stay tuned for more reaction and content.